There are ways that you can optimize your profile to make it stand out to your target audience. Use Instagram's features. You got contact information options. So how do you want potential customers to contact you? Use your bio and link and make it count, that compelling copy and that relevant link. Highlights. Talk about highlights later. But highlights are a great way to keep stories that you want to last for longer than 24 hours. Great avenue to tell your brand story and showcase kind of those behind the scenes company culture moments. Stories. Absolutely use stories. Drive engagement with stickers and add links to drive traffic if you have the 10,000 plus followers. You want to connect your business manager and creator studio with your Instagram account so you can run ads and you can do all your scheduling. Hashtags. Instagram has a great search feature for hashtags. It's just available on desktop. You type in your hashtag and you'll get related hashtags, and you can explore and see the hashtags that are relevant that you want to start adding to your posts. Share long form content via Instagram TV. And you can even add a clickable link within your IGTV videos to drive traffic. Anybody that's used Instagram, you notice there's very few options to add the clickable link. So this is an avenue where you can use it to drive traffic. And you could test and run ad campaigns. You can run feed post campaigns and even stories. So first step, make sure you have a business account. Then you have your name and your username. Here they're the same for us. Your name needs to be easily searchable. Use your company's name, and you can even add differentiators. You need to make sure that when people are trying to find your brand on Instagram, they do a search and you're going to come up. Your username is actually known as your handle. It needs to be simple and recognizable. Ideally, it's your business's name. Now, if your name is taken, you can try something like this, Oberlo app. So they added that differentiator, the app, because Oberlo was taken. But just make sure your business name is in your handle. Profile photo. It's just 110 by 110, and the corners are going to be cropped. So just make sure it's sized properly. Brand, choose your brand and logo. Now, if you're a solopreneur, you can choose a nice photo that showcases your face. Communicates who you are. So you want to select a category. It's going to be the same as your connected Facebook profile unless you change it. So if you want to change it, you can head to settings and use suggested or search category. So they give you the suggested, but you can also search and see what comes up. And you just want to choose something that best represents your business. Add contact information. So that's going to live on your profile unless you hide it. So in your profile, it'll have contact options, for example, email and even text. So if you don't want people to be able to contact you easily, you can hide those. I want to encourage you though, you want your potential customers to be able to get in touch with you. I want to encourage you to keep that active. So as I said, you can put a business email or can it be a phone number? Local businesses, absolutely add your business address here. Add an action button. You can, if you have a salon, a service business, for instance, where people are making appointments, this is going to be a great tool. You connect your profile to another online service where users can book an appointment, reserve a table at your restaurant, or even buy tickets. So choose the button, add the URL, and the button will be added to your profile. It's a really simple process, so you can see some of the buttons you can use for various booking. So your bio plus link. You have 150 characters. Make them count. Who, what, accomplishments, new. Include keywords that highlight your benefit. Who are you? What have you done? What accomplishments do you have? What do you have that's new that you can highlight? You can grab attention. You have line breaks. You can add emojis. You can even have fun with some custom fonts. Just make it your own. You can add branded hashtags even. And you can add profile links. So if you want to connect people to your other social media channels, you can add those within your bio as well. So key is to include a call to action that drives your audience to click. Use a trackable link. You can use a link shortener, and then you can customize the copy. Include that action copy. And don't be set in your ways. Like you have your bio link, and you can see how many clicks your bio link is getting. If you say, oh, it's not really, traffic has gone down, change it up. You may want to try new content pieces, product launches, even your upcoming events. For examples, let's take a look at some profiles. We have HubSpot. They have a branded hashtag, hashtag grow better, that they incorporate in their bio and on the majority of their posts. Keeps that consistency. They have a call to action to read a new piece of content and a custom trackable URL. So the article is about they were named Best Place to Work 2020. So they changed the bit.ly. You know exactly what you're clicking. SparkNotes. SparkNotes is a super fun account. They post 100% memes. They have very consistent brand voice and look and feel. They also are really quirky with their caption because it fits with their brand personality. It just says literally your best friend. You get it lit because they're literature guides. Makes sense. So really short. And they also added they want you to follow them on their other channels. That's their main call to action, is follow them on their other social media channels. Gary Vee. So this is an example of like a creator profile. He's a personal brand. He has the list. He adds some emojis that tell you everything, that how you can get in contact, who he is, how you can get in contact with him. And he has a clear call to action. He even uses an emoji call to action to direct the link. Headspace is a bio that's focused on the benefit to the audience. Your guide to health and happiness. Live a healthier, happier, more well-rested life. And their actual link is to a YouTube video, which is something that you can try. Just important that you have a plan in place for your profile and test things out and see what works and really focus on your audience. Highlights. Talked about highlights. They live beneath your bio, and these are stories that will live forever unless you delete them. So if you have a story that you want to live longer than 24 hours, you can add it to a highlight. The great thing about highlights is they're pretty much never ending. Now only on the desktop 7 will show, and on the app 5 will show, but people can scroll through and see your highlights. You want to focus on core content pieces, giving people behind the scenes inside look, even quizzes, questions, anything to engage, anything that you want people who are first visiting your profile to check out and learn about you. Kind of tell your brand story with your highlights. So organize your stories by topics. So when highlights, you don't want to throw in random stories into your highlights. And you need to be organized by topics. So think about discovery. What do you want your audience or a new visitor to know about your brand? Use your highlights to tell that story.